Welcome to Comic Construction. Let's check out the Build, Art, and Story of Initial D Omnibus Volume 7 by Shuichi Shigeno from Kodansha. This book is a softcover at 5 3/4 by 8 1/4 inches and has 448 pages. I've reviewed the build and art in a previous video, and this volume is identical to the previous ones, so we're going to run through this quickly. The cover does have a spot varnish that covers the logo and the car illustration. In this case, it's Wataru's AE8611. The first couple of pages of the book are a semi-gloss sheet with full-color illustrations, and then the rest of the book is a really nice, thick newsprint style uncoated sheet, which really makes the black and white art sing. Shigeno's art is great, especially his car illustrations. His human characters are still a little rough around the edges, but their emotions are very easy to read, and that's the important part. I do think his human work has gotten better since the earlier volumes, so it's really cool to see him grow as the series progresses. Initial D is the story of friends coming of age and their love of street racing in 90s Japan. I wanted to dive into the story of this volume because it caps off the first larger arc of the series. And that arc sees Takumi and Itsuki grow up and ends the story of their journey into adulthood. This omnibus collects 2 smaller volumes, aka tankobon. As such, there are 4 story arcs that happen through this book. The construction of the story has a unique rhythm. There's a race set piece, which is honestly the majority of it, and it really propels the reader through. And that leads into an interpersonal story section. And then there's another race, and that's followed up with more interpersonal story. While that's most of Initial D, it's really obvious in this volume. The cast for the first half of the book is Takumi and his best friend Itsuki, Wataru, another AE86 driver, and his sister Kazumi, who is Itsuki's romantic interest. The volume starts with an intense race between Takumi and Wataru, and the race is interspersed with scenes of Itsuki waiting with Kazumi near the train station, which Wataru had them do in case there was an accident. That way those two could get home safely. It's mostly silent between Itsuki and Kazumi, but the reader is allowed to see all of his thoughts and none of hers. It's perfect for a book that is really about being a clueless young man. After the race, Kazumi visits Itsuki at the gas station where he works, and he resolves that he will tell her how he feels. I'm not going to spoil how that part ends. It really needs to be read and experienced firsthand. But this is sort of the final Itsuki arc in Initial D. His relationship with Kazumi is a wonderful arc for this secondary character. And then after that scene, there's a tender scene between Itsuki and Takumi with narration talking about them taking their first steps into adulthood. It's such a wonderful sequence. The second race is between Takumi and Sudo, a rematch that defines the shape of the narrative going forward. Ryosuke Takahashi invites Takumi to join his team, but Takumi decides to hold off on his decision until he has his rematch with Sudo. It's another brilliant race sequence from Shigeno, and after the race, Takumi speaks with Ryosuke about his decision. Again, I won't spoil that because it's too important a moment to have spoiled in a video. You really should read this. And I want to note that I love Initial D all the way through, but these first 7 omnibus volumes are my favorite parts of the series. They're truly special books. Thanks for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, and share with a friend.